What did you say?
Getting all my weapons toggle for nothing.
Oh, sure.
No apparent reason.
For nothing at all. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought we were going to have ice cream. This doesn't look like ice cream.
Apparently the Atlantis is taking a small break. I figured if I needed to talk to somebody, I'll just reach them out to them directly, so I did. But tell you what, listen.
What a lovely idea.
Yeah, and I know it's not exactly a place you want to be, but when we're done, I'll get you all the ice cream that you want, okay?
Alright.
Alright. We'll barter about it. You're good at that.
I am.
Mm-hmm. Besides, I figured maybe you want to talk to him too. I'm not sure about what, but
Mm-hmm. You have a few very specific words.
well, here's your chance.
Lovely.
Don't hurt him, please.
Fine.
Thank you. If you're gonna hurt him, do it emotionally.
I could do that.
I know you can. I'm just gonna. Yep, okay. Vice!
Hey,
Who's a friend?
just making sure here I don't get shot. Not by you, but, every other person in this city that wants to kill me.
No, I believe it, trust me. What's your name, partner?
Henri, yours.
Benjamin. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine.
Thanks for making sure you got here in one piece.
You couldn't tell I have somewhat of an affinity for humans.
You know, to each their own.
Oh, no way. They just get the job done a little bit more effectively, at least in my experience.
Hmm.
Something about the indomitable human spirit, right?
Don't I know a thing or two about that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess first things first. How you been?
It's been rough, but life's been going on.
Hmm.
Taking care of the kids, giving the wife a break. Making sure things go as smoothly as they can. A little bit different when you have your head on the chopping block of every opportunist in the city, but other than that, can't complain too much.
Yeah, you didn't exactly make a good name for yourself out there, did you?
Never have. Been somewhat of a recurring trait of mine.
You still looking to fix that?
With everything I've got at stake, I don't think I have a choice.
Well, you only really have a couple of different directions that you can take. Truthfully, all of them are up to you, but considering that you haven't abandoned what you started, I feel like I know what path you're going down anyway.
What would that path be, cowboy?
I can't call it absolution, but it's pretty damn close. We'll say, self-forgiveness. You're at the starting stages. You're not quite there yet.
Oh. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm hoping that self-forgiveness is the last thing on the list. I'm more keen on, well, keeping my friends, more of my family and kids alive. God knows there's plenty of dangers out there that are more than willing to get at them to get to me.
Exactly. And you, as the father, need to be there every step of the way. That's your job now, no matter what.
Wouldn't be right other ways. So, you're the one that did it, huh?
I didn't want to be. Yeah, I am.
You know, he always talked about how he was going to meet his maker by someone someday. You know, he was very aware that his time on this earth was limited, considering, you know, the second chance and all that.
Hmm.
But if I would have told him it would have been you, I think he would have laughed. Up until that last day, he saw you as some good guy. No offense. Just, you know, could do no wrong. But that last day, he was aiming to kill you. He had that look. Honestly, the fact that you're standing in front of me means more about your skill than anything else.
Maybe. Or maybe he knew what he was doing and he wasn't really sure he wanted to do it, but either way, what's done is done. But I can say this. As I was leaving the Atlantis, I got a message from him. Apparently, he got to choose. I think he went up instead of down this time.
Well, if it worked, it worked. Can't deny him that. He was always so adamant about saving me. For some reason, he wouldn't ever drop the topic. I think it's all that conditioning or whatever the hell we did to him down there. Gonna be honest, dragging him out, he was kicking and screaming. But going back, at least this time he didn't do it behind his back. First guy I did, I wouldn't call him a coward, but anyway.
I heard.
You gave him what he wanted. That's what's important.
At least I contributed to something in that. I almost had to suffer getting arrested by Hemwick because of it. Surprisingly enough, they pinned the blame on me. Said that it was premeditated murder because I followed him outside.
Jonas does have a way with keeping his fingers on everything that goes on in his district.
And for
Sorry
some-
about that.
That's not your fault. You weren't even in the company at the time anyway.
Yeah. Still. You still follow the protocols that I set.
Which leads me to ask you again, why was my name on that list, Vice?
There's a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons the people still on the list exist. When I first met you, you were... Gonna be honest, you hit my peeve a little bit. That move you pulled at the Lone Star Arsenal, the one at the Vegas. You got me dead to rights in both scenarios. Didn't quite like being outplayed, but that was petty. That was only half the problem. You beat me at my own game. That made you dangerous. At the time, I didn't like anyone who could challenge me. Sure, there were people who could challenge me powerful-wise. You know, there's always someone in this city, godforsaken city, who can always be the bigger fish. But you did something no one had done before. You beat me in my game. Not many people can say that they've done that. May it be my own laziness, slacking off, not paying attention, or your skill. Whatever it was, you proved something that day in front of a lot of people. I didn't like that. Didn't look good for the bottom dollar. It's only time until I figured out exactly who you were. Even now, I can't say for certain, but From what I do know, your name should have never been on that list. But too late to take apologies back, and there's still a few casings wandering around the sewers of the little Panenka.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll bet. I don't suppose you can tell me any of the other names that are on that list.
I told Ollie and Lily. I was talking to them at the Atlantis. They drilled me a little bit. I gave them the names they needed because they needed to make sure I was being honest. That sort of thing.
Mm.
Gonna be honest, I gave them what they wanted. They didn't like the answer, but they kept their end of the deal. That list is something that I comprised when I was the PR manager. My job was to ensure that the company looked good. Certain people are bad for business. Certain people have a tendency to cause issue. Not just your run-of-the-mill drug dealers or your crazy fanatics on Metagram, but real people. People who can actually cause a problem if they wanted to. Gang leaders, drug dealers that are connected with bigger corporations backed by bigger funding.
Folks with potential.
People of the community. Exactly.
Hmm.
People on that list, people who needed to go, but in specific ways. This wasn't just a hit job. This was Sonny perfecting his craft. I specifically said that he had to duel you in the street. Something honorable. I wanted to make sure that he beat you at your game, even though I was upset with you. I couldn't stand the idea of sending someone else to do my dirty work and have them shoot someone in the back. There's cowardice and then there's something else. But anyway, every single one of them has their own task list. One of them was carried out a few weeks ago, on the 13th. Almost worked too. Kind of proud of that. It wasn't trying to be better.
Hmm. You know Riot's still coming for you, right?
She was coming for me since the day we met. I just stayed the wolf as long as I could. Still, some people are convinced that they can talk her down, but I know better.
So do
There's
I.
a reason I made her make that promise.
I know words and talking with her isn't always easy, especially since she's the voice of Zafira. You can't really speak to a voice, but you can match it. I've made up my mind. I'm going to try to keep you alive no matter what.
Color me surprised, cowboy, but what changed your outlook? I mean, not every day someone sends a friend of yours to kill you and forces you to gun them down in the street. I've killed men for less.
So have I. Look where I am. I can't say that we're the exact same person, Vice. Lord knows you've probably done more things than I have, with the resources that you had available to you, but I haven't exactly done anything clean in my book neither. I've done some heinous shit back in my day. None of it I'm proud of. It took me a long time to overcome all of that, and an even longer time to even be settled with it. It took a few things. Love, first of all, being one of them. Surprisingly enough, children being the second. A newfound responsibility. Kids always change you. It's just how it is. You fucked up. You fucked up a lot. You killed a lot of people. You hurt thousands more. And you're gonna have to live with that. for as long as you're still alive, but you're also gonna have to live with it while you raise pups. You're gonna have to figure out how to do both. But the nice thing about this is that while I had to figure this shit out on my own, you don't have to. Whether you like it or not, I'm here for you. You don't have to call me a friend, but I am an ally. I saw a lot of myself in you. You're on the path of that redemption. You'll get there, but you gotta keep working on it. Don't give up, whatever you do.
Well, thanks to you, you're probably the closest thing to a friend I've got now.
Mm.
A joke. I know in the end, I'm the one that's going to answer for that crime. I came to the Atlantis that night. Wanted to see where it happened. The first time I actually went back down onto the street for, after everything that happened. I was outside, it was raining. You know the conditions, you were there.
Yeah.
I was the one that picked up the shells, collected the samples, took all that stuff away. If it wasn't for the fact that I think that he is where he wants to be now, I would tell you that there is still a way to bring him back. But if I'm being honest, I don't think he wants that, and I don't think I have it in me to drag him back out one more time. Plus, I don't have a corporation backing me, just a couple of good men willing to do what needs to be done.
If he didn't want to come back and he made it upstairs, I don't see a reason to bring him back down. Let him rest.
You're right. That's why I'm giving you this. The blood samples. Last thing probably remains of him. Without it, no one's going to be able to drag his ass back down here. Since you're the one that killed him, you took a life. It'll be your choice if it ever is, returned. I don't think it should belong in my hands anymore. You saw what I did with it the first time.
Kira has many different places, secure locations that we can keep samples like this. No one will ever find them.
Times I've heard that. Maybe this time it'll be true.
Maybe. Maybe.
There's a storm coming. People are starting to put on their rain jackets, but for those of us who long since burned those because we had pretty roofs, nice cars, a lot of people are going to get wet. I'm
I
looking
guess.
forward to it.
I guess you better stay indoors then, huh?
Guess I should. There's a couple of people out there who are going to make your life a lot more difficult. One of which is my own daughter.
How's that?
She took my place. She's the new executive, my position. Controls the ARD, everything associated with it. She's probably not too happy that I'm spilling company secrets. She was loyalist to the bone. You may have seen her. Tall, big wolf, body armor. Sometimes has spider legs. You can thank me for that one.
You got a name for her?
You can call her Cole. It's what everyone else calls her.
Cole.
But she's a good girl. Not in the weird way, but thought I raised her right. But it turns out she follows after me a lot more than I like. She has that curiosity about her. Kind that makes mistakes.
Yeah, you don't say. If she does follow after you, we just need to push her to the point that, well, brought you here. Get her to follow those footsteps instead.
I'd like that for her. But she's gone through a lot worse than I have. That's saying a lot. I found her on a battlefield after one of our cleanup jobs, Leap Foundry, scrappers, that sort of conflict. Wasn't too pretty. I took her in, trained her to be me when I pass away, you know. Problem was, back then I didn't have the right of mind to teach her how to be a person first. She's the kind of all business kind of type. No nonsense. It doesn't help the company, doesn't want any party of it. You're not going to find any mercy from her if you ever come face to face, and much as I want to say or ask you to be kind, only kind of kindness I can ask of you right now is to make it quick. Terrible thing to say, especially about someone like her to me, but
God willing, I won't have to do that. But we'll see.
we will. Then there's the twins. You're probably aware of them already.
A tad.
One demonic Oni, one Catboy. Max and Mo. You've probably seen them around a few times.
I've heard a great deal about them. Surprisingly enough.
Don't let them fool you. They're a lot more than they seem. That cat, specifically, has caused more damage to this company. Company I used to work for. And the city as a whole, than any other person I've ever met. And I'm talking about Nemesis, all the other big shots too. They have the power to change things. And I mean change things. Corporations falling. Ships. Vehicles. People. Power dynamics. Unlike these little miniature wars that go on in the background you always hear of, these two have something that can actually make a difference for once. When I was an employee, I thought of that as a bad thing, but now I'm seeing it from the other side. Part of me is almost rooting for it. Problem is, I was a part of the problem, and now they're dead set on making sure I never be again. They're the two biggest threats to me right now, and they're the kinds that'll weigh the options and take the risk. They'll go into your store and gun me down. They'll go into the Atlantis and gun me down. They'll go into the Mirak and gun me down. Be damned the consequences. Push them that far. And honestly, I don't blame them. Everything I took for them, I do the same thing.
You think it's worth to try to talk to him?
No, fortunately not. They're a difficult bunch to deal with. You have Mo, who's the emotional side, and then you have Max, who's the logistics. Combined, when they're set on something, like trying to deal with Riot. When they got their heart on something, it's nearly impossible to get them off it.
I'll keep
I'm just
that in
telling you
mind.
this to stay out of their way. They'll gun you down just without any hesitation. They try to fool the other people around me. They aren't the kind to give you a fair fight. You saw what they did to that commander in the street. They'll wait until your back's turned. They'll speak without warning. They'll shoot you dead in the street and run. They're done playing these emotional games, and that's my fault. Any common courtesy they gave
Yes,
their
it
enemies
is.
is long gone.
I'm gonna be honest. Kira's been wanting to say a few things to you for a while. If you would let her talk to
No
you for a
doubt.
bit.
Right. No doubt I deserve every word of it.
Go ahead, hon. Say your piece.
From what I know of you, you're probably the luckiest little bastard there is around here. Not because you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth or anything like fucking that.
You smoke.
I don't give a shit about that.
Sober. Doc
feel like
says
you
it's
can
bad for my
anyone-
lungs.
Anyone, let
Alright.
alone a good man, would give you a
I was gonna
fucking
offer you a
chance
cig if
after
you
what
wanted,
you've
but
done.
if you're clean off.
Mm.
See, I heard
Got
you
enough
say
stress to
earlier
worry
about
about
not having a
already.
choice. You know who says
No
that?
shit.
Cowards. Everyone has a choice. Unless you actually believe what they've told you. That you're really backed up against a wall and have no way out. You've always got a fucking choice. You made every choice you've ever made. It wasn't forced on you. You chose it. All of them. Sure. Would it have fucked you over to change any of those choices? Undoubtedly. But you made every single one of them. You dug your own grave. And then you let your friend die in it. In your place. I'm glad you have some pride left. About your lovely little petty plans. How well you did. He wasn't just your friend. Funny how you killed your own salvation. I say this because the man beside me is trying to give you another hand out of that fucking grave that you dug. And if you pull him down in your place, no hired gun or god or devil will save you from me. Kids or wife or not, you'll want to die by the end.
Would you believe me if I told you that she was the nicer one of the other members of my family?
Think I would have to. When I have no reason not to.
She's
I
right,
don't know
though.
what you're playing at. I really don't, darling. This is just trouble.
It's always trouble.
Not wrong.
That's why I'm here. You don't make progress by building off of a white picket fence.
You're not looking at a fucking mirror when you look at him. He's not you several years ago.
No, maybe not. But he's a man who needs help. She is right, though. If I'm dead, there's gonna be nobody to stop her. And I know you don't plan to do anything. If you wanted to do something, I mean, hell, you would have done it by now. Which, well, fuck, you did, but... Listen. I do want what's best for you. We all get second chances, sooner or later. I got way more than I was supposed to get. It's not always just everybody gets one, Vice. Sometimes you need a couple extra.
Leave it if I'm on number 12. You're doing something here that most people wouldn't, Benny. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even know if I would do it myself. That makes you a better man than me, then... Well, let me be the first to admit it.
doesn't make me a better man than you, it just makes me human.
Number 3 is a better man, Benny. Human is being 1 or 2. I'm on 12. You're being a damn saint right now. And to be honest, I don't expect you to put your life down for me. Hell, I don't even want it. As much as I would like to say that I would try and protect you similar, some people are out there just for blood. And I can't be there for you, and you can't be there for me all the time. I don't want to risk you going home in a box or going home a picture. I know you're probably dead set on something here, and I don't quite understand it. But I know I wouldn't risk it.
You know what's the funniest thing? You talked about how people were more powerful than you, and there's always a bigger fish. There always will be, and you're right. There's always a bigger fucking fish. You know how hard it is to keep yourself safe and protected? Just one of these? It's hard. It's difficult. But I did it. I have gone up against more things in my life that should have killed me that haven't. I've had way more experiences with crossing over that bridge and visiting St. Peter myself than I should be allotted. I've been punching up my whole fucking life. Something tells me that's never gonna stop. But I'm still here. I am still here. God hasn't called me yet. And I'm sure there's a reason why. Peace be with you. God be with you. Tell Zuki I said hi. If you ever need more diapers.
The address for the shrine that we built in his honor, if you ever wanted to go there.
Thank you for not ripping his throat out.
You are lucky that I am a patient woman.
I am. And I'm even luckier that I'm in love with you.
You
So-
really know how to pick an underdog.
So, what are you thinking for ice cream?
Something with cinnamon in it.
Mmm.
Caramel.
Ooh. What if we got moose tracks with caramel and cinnamon on it?
Mmm. That sounds delicious.
Doesn't it?
Yes. It does.
Are you happy you came?
Am I happy that I didn't let you meet a prior head CEO of Foxtech alone in a dark, dingy alleyway in a fucking industrial district? Yes, I'm very happy I didn't let you do this alone.
I would have been fine.
Go.
Eat my ass! Ugh. Damn!
Oh, that was fun.
He's quick with it.